This is the first Breindl Review YouTube video, and it's going to be over the movie Ready Player One. Spoiler warning. I'd say that the movie itself was put together pretty well. It was probably the best quality film I'd seen this year for sure, even though it's only March, and probably most of last year except for Logan. For the normal viewer, there was no problems with it. I'd say I think it's gonna be a 10 on a lot of people's lists and ratings and whatnot. But after reading the book, which was fantastic by the way, it's kind of disorientating because it was really different from the book itself. The book, there are some significant changes. The plot stays the same with the three keys and finding the egg in general, but the way they go about it and some of the smaller features are different, and they just aren't the same. So again, this is going to be the last spoiler warning. Everything after this point is going to be completely relevant to the movie and the review itself. Go watch it before you watch this part. So the main goal and the side steps along the way with getting the keys, getting the gates, and then eventually getting Halliday's Easter egg, it's got the same backbone to it, but it's different. There's no gate after every key. There's just one gate after you get the crystal key, and then that leads to the final trial, or where you get the egg itself. So for comparing the characters to the book and from the movie, I'd say that Parzival, the main character, he was pretty spot on, similar. He's not as fat as he would say in the book, but he was pretty fine. H was probably my favorite character in the book along with in the movie. I prefer the movie H, honestly, just because he was funny, or she was funny. Artemis was good in the movie. I liked her decision if she won the prize from the movie compared to the book. She starts off this rebellion thing at the beginning, but there's nothing built on top of it, so I don't know how much I trust that. Daito and Shoto are in the movie a lot more than in the book, and for some reason they changed Shoto's name to Sho, which is weird because it's only 2 letters off. But both of them were good actors, and they played their roles pretty good. Sorrento was not bad in the movie. I definitely prefer the book version of him. And then, surprisingly, IROC, which, if you read the book, was only in the first couple chapters. He was in it a lot more, and he was really, really funny, and he played his role pretty well. More Og in the movie, because in the book he played a really good kind of Master Jedi role I guess in my head, but he was in the movie for 10 minutes, and it was kind of little. Character development issue I'm going on. In the book, you had Parzival infiltrate IOI by being an indent and then breaking some codes and then eventually finding a way how to shut down the orb using his little robot. But in the movie, they had Artemis do it because she was just captured as an indent, and then she had some other little undercover cop thing. And it was all right. I kind of preferred the one from the book, but the movie one showed more detail on what was going on, so that's fine with me. So another thing about the movie that was different from the book was the high five and how they came to be. In the book, the first 5 people to find the first key, the copper key, were Parzival, then Artemis, and H, Daito, and Shoto. But in the movie, they had them kind of all know each other a little bit, except for Artemis. You had H and Parzival that were already friends, and you had Daito and Shoto who were brothers. They already kind of knew each other at the beginning, and then Artemis kind of let it be when Parzival first met her on the racetrack. So one thing I have to nitpick is in the final battle when they're going for the crystal key, you had some of the bigger names in there changed, I guess, to some stuff that can relate to people today. You had Iron Giant in the movie instead of Leopardon in the book, and then you had the Gundam in the movie instead of Ultraman in the book. At first, I was pretty against this just because it was different from the book, and I liked how they played it. But after looking at it, it definitely relates to people who see it today. No one's going to know who Leopardon or Ultraman are because I had to look them up also when I first read it, but I kind of like what they did with that. So again, I got to add that the book is a must-read. I personally haven't read a book all the way through out of school for the past couple years, and I finished this one in a week just because I was so addicted to it. If you're gonna read the book, I definitely would recommend watching the movie first, and then reading the book, and then watching the movie again, just because you can understand some of the references it's made. Anyways, the movie ranks out as a 9 on my scale. Thanks for watching. Have you guys seen the movie? Have you read the book? If you have any questions about the movie or the book at all, let me know, and hit me up with feedback on the review itself. Breindl Reviews, out. Just one quick reminder, if you want one of these t-shirts, it's going to be online on my Twitter for one more day.